but some have claimed I read too deep into things. But gee, if that is a sin, I do not know why my God gave me a brain to think, or be taught to think better. But I see many were taught to not see. Even if the truth is right there in front of all our faces, puns intended, could not resist. But it is in reading deep where this is the source of the hidden signal. We had to dig. In this code from UFO Diaries, it said something interesting. Asteroids, parts of former mother planet, survival procedure, start digging in. And I don't think it's literally meant to be in the earth. It was meant to be digging to the test that would be forth before the Lord's return. That was planned who knows how many years ago. Maybe thousands. And Patch has had maybe several thousand years to use the same universal language as it was to cover with his own lies and story. But it's like God saying, okay, you can do whatever you want, but I want a 2-foot hole going straight down through all these levels yours, and I want my rock on top of that hole, and I want a test, a 3-minute test for people at the end of days. As a warning, as a way to beat you, as a way to sneak up upon you, as a way to start by giving you first punch, Patch, and a way for our salvation for those who see. And I know there will be others. I guarantee it. I have faith in this. I have faith in him. Holy bejesus. And I have faith in this message. He brought this to me, and by a means of circumstances, and that's too remarkable to be a coincidence. There's too many coincidences. It's beyond that. It was meant to be. But it is in reading deep where this is the source of the hidden signal that is embedded within scripts. Since my investigation in the UFO Diaries, what thing I learned fast was that I kept asking and then telling myself, as principal investigator trying to stay sane, that if what I was seeing and doing is real, and what my mind sees in this, the script has to be the factor of application. If these are codes embedded within everything, think about this for a minute. Sounds crazy, but information can indeed be coded within a script. That being the case, is it possible that these scripts from Hollywood and whatever, music, books, everything, has the same application of hidden, unseen communication or information being passed or trying to be shown to us to tell us and to show us that this is real? Since it is apparent that the situation sounds as if then, obviously, that this
fucking little dog and pony act
that Patch
called the military,
they are at war within themselves, that would fit the scenario of what Hoagland's been spewing these days. Well, now we know. Now we have Hoagland's cover story of the spin of the truth a lie. Patch has had centuries to spin the lie. He can only cover the truth so much with the layers. But it's a lie. If anyone could see through or be able to get through those layers by a way in and then be put to a test, that light, holy bejesus, is now shining out that hatch, and there's no shutting it no matter what he does. Hoagland also tries to tell us things like this. I'm not talking shit. Everyone knows this that follows these guys. They're working for the upside down triangle, for Patch, the fallen one. Do you start to understand the gist now? So Hoagland acts according to his Patch, not to his privates. Grow some nuts. Hoagland also does attest a secret war on the inside of some group also. He says are also, coincidentally, Masons and Nazis. I think I cannot believe I am saying this, but obviously I am. I think I am experiencing and have experienced the reality of what Hoagland's saying. But however, I see the light, holy bejesus, now. And I see the truth. The hatch is opened. Hoagland is exposed. He is discovered. And soon he is going to be unmanned, along with the rest of them.
Your superiors.
That are going to be unmanned, along with Patch, all looking over underground at their
your superiors.
Leader, saying,
"Why are we underground right now, sir? Why can't we be out in the open? Why aren't we in a square right now? Why aren't we talking to people?
Smoking our own belief in his name?
Holy bejesus.
Sitting there with
holy bejesus.
In great belief." You see the shot? You see the point? And in essence, I, in this message, is confirming what Hoagland is saying, because you know where he's been going with that story of the secret space program, aliens coming to destroy us. There's lots to say about that, and we will discuss that in the next, and he will be exposed, and you will know, because he
holy bejesus
is ready to be sent back in, just finger pointed the way to the identities of
your superiors.
Targets. Are you one of the Nazis? He's going to count with the Nazi Mason homosexual
your superiors
army. But how interesting also for those who are aware of those recent years with Hoagland and that Patch and the connections to HHMSS Sword. Do a little search on the net. How that fits there also. How can all that and all this be coincidence? Thinking out loud I am doing, as it is obvious so it is known. Especially since obviously I may be disposed of.
Those motherfuckers!
But remember, it is in his name,
Holy bejesus.
I have with great belief, I shall be smoking some great belief with
Holy bejesus.
in his name, with the stash of the great belief he's going to take from them.
Your superiors.
He comes to destroy,
Your superiors.
to pass out some great belief to everybody.
In a square right now, out in the open, talking to people.
And not on the ground, asking,
Holy bejesus. Why are we underground right now, sir? Why can't we be out in the open? Why aren't we in a square right now? Why aren't we talking to people, letting them know Item 9 exists? Get it out. Shout at the rooftops.
you need to be thinking out loud as I am doing, but I am sure someone is coding something through this.
Holy bejesus.
For the underground holy be Jesusers and Patch's secret Nazi Mason mind-controlled underground fucking dog and pony act that Patch calls a military homosexual
Your superiors.
army, it seems
Holy bejesus.
is slowing them down, Patch's army and capability much more, especially as much more come to see the light.
Holy bejesus.
Come on, partake in this great belief and get some great belief. And
Holy bejesus.
this is his message, not mine. I am just one of the elements unto the medium to bring forth this
Holy bejesus.
message. Because the burning bush story was attributed for a reason. It's to yell out, let my people go, and to lead my people out of Egypt. He's coming to take us, and he's ready to be sent back in. Anyone agree to any of that in the least? Any scripturalists out there that don't appreciate or may be offended at the means of the delivery of the message? But you must understand, he's coming back with vengeance. He's not coming to have tea. He's not coming to sit at your church with flowers in your hair or suits. He's coming with a great army of swords and shields, coming ready to destroy the enemy.
Your superiors.
But like, remember Braveheart? What do? When two armies come, they taunt each other. That's what this is.
Holy bejesus.
Has a sense of humor. He's down-to-earth guy. Even calls the enemy Patch a ball sack.
Dude, what happened to your eye?
Strike first punch. Blinding him long enough to steal souls away from him that he would have got, because he's only out to destroy. Patch is not out to save any one of you, and there'll be nothing left to be saved from with that guy when he runs loose, and that's when he's going to be sent back in for him. Can anyone see with their own eyes in clarity, and not someone else's who only has one eye and sees things only one way? Names unmentioned is obvious by now. Things to ponder. Again, I've shown this because of recent days, and the finger point of Patch, who is a big dick. Vengeance is mine, saith.
Holy bejesus.
And glory be his name, because it is his. Glory. But I also like to point a few things also to think of what this all means. Notice after Private Miller says,
Dude, what happened to your eye?
once again the door to his containment cell opens, and in comes not one but two this time of the pressure-suited soldiers. Private Miller looks at them through their glass faces. He ain't smiling this time, thanking them, is he? We cannot see. We not see them behind the glass. Wink, wink. But we do see.
Holy bejesus.
Don't we? But he does. He sees who's behind the glass, and now we do. Think about this.
Let them know Item 9 exists. Get it out. Shout at the rooftops. This is great.
The test was successful. At least for me. Will it be for the other elements that he used to bring this forth? Because their names are going to go down, known, being spoken for century after century after century and eons. Why? Because this light
Holy bejesus.
would shine out through that hatch, which this hatch will not be shut. It will act as a beacon like a laser beam. It's his light so bright shining out of that dark place where Patch resides, letting him know where the light is, to illuminate yourselves, the truth, and be saved. Someone not wants you to be a Nazi. So think about this. Private Miller says,
Bleep, blurp, bleep, bleep, blurp, blurp. Can you guys understand me?
a major message coming in loud and clear to me there. It should you. Is this hint at a secret space program? Sounding all familiar these days again to people who've been hearing lots of stuffs about that. Very interesting connections to see. How many Nazis are out there? Hoagland says many and most. That should be clarifying. And that's his job to do. To prevent you from seeing while he makes $1 million to do so. But $1 million for what? Would you give up your soul for it, Hoagland? You knew who you were signing up with. Why did you allow it? So now if you do not see the light of
Holy bejesus.
and be free of Patch, the message is he's coming for you. Vengeance is his, not mine anymore. You're exposed, and you will be unmanned. And again, notice he says about the two pressure-suited guys escorting him out. Again, he says,
Hello, bleep, blurp, bleep, bleep, blurp, blurp. Can you guys understand me?
And that is kind of funny. Yeah, but think about that. What symbolism does that message tell us based on what we see and what we hear? Was he trying to tell us all these inside secret Masonic military
Your superiors.
dudes underground are working with aliens? Well, think about it. I mean, it's nothing new even there during conspiracy theories regards Nazis, Masons, alien bases, and all this other shit. I'm a Mars researcher. I didn't ask for this, and I wasn't out to hurt anybody. And me and mine did not deserve to be hurt either. So bring it on, Patch, because I got a defender who's ready to be sent in for you and yours. And I'm hoping to be right there with him, riding at the head of that wave. Well, think about this, regards to the alien thing, and the guys with the suits. We need pressure suits under the water, right? As well as in space, right? Spacesuits, duh. Or even on other worlds where extraterrestrial intelligence thrives, maybe, where they not breathe like we do, and we may be working with them. They don't breathe the same air or air pressure or live by the same gravity. We would have to have our self-contained unit suits for that. This shows many implications. Maybe if it is, we are being told disclosure. And if these guys are aliens, again, the two sides, the light,
Holy bejesus.
and the darkness. Patch, how do we know that these aliens are aliens and considered aliens? Because Patch said so. Why? Because those are his boys when he made the one pyramid become two, to flip upside down to become a square, with a pathway having to be drilled on top of Patch's layers of lies, with the rock of salvation, with a combination lock to go inside and then be tested, to see or not see if this light,
Holy bejesus.
will shine as a beacon to save souls, because he is warning that he's about to be sent in for all the Nazis. And someone not wants you to be a Nazi. Do you see who that is yet? The aliens, being such as they are called in our recent days, are indeed such as to mind-controlled man. That's what we're told. But the Patch, who do you think those aliens are? Use your common sense. There is demons, fallen angels, aliens stuck and thrown here down on earth, trapped underground, locked until the coming of the Lord.
Holy bejesus.
And that is also scripturally sound. There they wait. They're waiting to be released upon the earth for a short final time for most of them. But something has to happen first. In Scripture, it's the taking up of the dead and the living that are in him.
Holy bejesus.
And that will happen. And that's what the test was this for, I think. Maybe as a beacon to give us a last-ditch effort for you people to smoke a joint. Come to Item 9. Think. And let
Holy bejesus.
torch of illumination come into you and light your fire. And be free, because the knowledge, the truth is what sets you free. And in he,
Holy bejesus.
free you shall be indeed.
Holy bejesus.
He even said these words himself in the past. I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life. Boy, we found the way, didn't we? We found the way in. It's him. We found the truth, didn't we? The flame, his spirit, the test. He's the truth, and he's the life. He's the one that will bring us out from underground, especially after those whom Patch goes after and destroys when he comes up.
And dispose of him.
He does not want you to see this.
Holy bejesus.
He does not want you to people to believe.
Holy bejesus.
I mean, to follow him, to believe in him. They're not aliens that are coming back. They're Patch's enemy.
Holy bejesus.
But this is Patch's world, his system. Remember, the two-sided pyramid could also, two pyramids flipped upside down make a square. It's his pyramid that's trying to cover the top one, which is the top one. Remember, what was the goal of his? To take the high throne of God. So maybe a deal was made. Since he's pointing down, the triangle pointing downward in this circle, it represents the one who's fallen, the fallen one. And the truth shall be back up in the light again, as it is now. And the test has been seen, and the light is shining out like a big laser. The hatch will not be shut for those who see. Do you see? If so, get ready and wait for the next study, because you're going to want to see that all the more. Because then you might get some great belief, and get some great belief real fast, and
Holy bejesus.
because of what's coming as well as what's following it.
Holy bejesus.
He's ready to be sent in his name.
Holy bejesus.
This comes forth, not in mine. I may have started with a different mission and a different purpose of getting behind all this to get payback for what was done to me by some rich scumbag just because he could violate my civil rights and destroy my life and destroy anyone else's life just because he wears the patch and keep making money, enjoying it, and live it up. Boy, your days are numbered. He's ready to be sent in. Praise and glory to the one who comes.
Holy bejesus.
to be king. Let him who have understanding. The warning shout has just been given unto the world. And let him who have understanding. What was that? It was a riddle of the past. Yes, item 9. Or the burning bush. The code is cracked.